Back at TD Garden, Josue Pavone here for the Garden Report, alongside Kayla Burton, making her debut on the Garden Report. Welcome, Kayla.
Thank you for having me.
How's it going so far? So far, so good? No complaints?
So far, so good.
Everyone treating you all right around here?
Yeah, my God, it's amazing.
You know, a lot of people around here have been very good to Terry Rozier right after what he did, you know, putting together a triple-double career night. It's certainly going to be the talk of the town up until the next game, of course, which is Friday night against the Hawks. However, it's got me thinking about his future here in Boston because, I mean, obviously he does have a bright one. However, he did double down on the fact that he does want to have a starting job at some point in his career, which got me thinking, I mean, maybe his numbers here in Boston could be, you know, sooner or later, he may have to move on. What's your take on that? Do you think the Celtics, do you think he has a future here in Boston with the Celtics?
I personally totally think he does have a future here. I think, you know, right off the bat, from the beginning of the game, he hit back-to-back threes. And then first quarter, 3 threes, and then he just kept going. He's not only has he been a spark off this bench, but he was put in a tough position tonight. You know, he had to start, but he took it full force. He was ready to go and was consistent throughout the entire game. So I think that he totally has a chance, and I think he should be able to stay here and continue to do the work that he's already doing. I mean, he said it even in the locker room. He believes that he should be starting. Now, he said it humbly. Don't misquote me. You know, he's a very humble guy.
That's true. And he also said, look, I'm still playing in the moment right now.
Right.
I'm not looking to get traded or anything, but I do see myself being a starter eventually throughout my career.
But I think not only does he put up numbers, but you can even tell his teammates just completely feed off of his rhythm. Right. So I think that not only is he a full force by putting in, you know, baskets and getting his shots up, but he gets everyone else going. You could tell in the atmosphere, you could tell it by the team. So I think he's a really great player for the Celtics.
Right, I think he's definitely going to be a vital piece for this deep playoff run that we're all projecting the Celtics to have. And another person who could be part of that run is Marcus Smart. But of course, right now, Marcus Smart is out of action, out of commission for at least the next 2 to 3 weeks because of what happened. Not a lot of details coming out. Brad Stevens was very vague with his answers when the topic was brought up. What's your take on what's going on with Marcus Smart? Do you think this is something that could have happened behind closed doors, where it was a frustration, or maybe he was by himself? Was this, you know, a correlation with the team meeting? What's your take on this? What's your guess?
My take is it's a little shady. I'm not gonna lie. I think I think there's something we don't know about. I'd like to know more about, but I definitely, I mean, from an assumption, I think that there's a little bit of frustration going on there because he also tweeted, you know, he was really apologetic.
Yeah. Right.
So my take is, you know, if you didn't really do something that intentional or that coming out of frustration, why would you be so apologetic? Right. So I think that there's a little bit of shade, but you know, you have to understand, players get frustrated. Now, I don't know if it's to a point where you hurt your hand or get some type of injury from that. Let's hope that wasn't the case, but
we've seen this before in the NBA.
Right, they're human beings. People get frustrated, and I'd honestly like to know more about it. But you know, again, Marcus Smart, huge player for the Celtics, and I really think that he contributes so much in terms of points, rhythm too. So I mean, Celtics are doing well without him, but he's always been kind of a go-to guy for us Celtics. So
it's going to be interesting to see how things transpire. Obviously, Brad Stevens sort of hinted at the fact that Danny Ainge could be, you know, some disciplinary action taking place, you know, whether we're talking about a fine or suspension, we'll have to wait and see. However, the Celtics certainly showed they can definitely perform without him, the second unit. We'll see what happens. Of course, the trade deadline is around the corner, so I'm sure that's going to be a rumor that we're here around Boston, but we'll have to wait and see because we all know Danny Ainge, he's not going to make a deal just to make a deal. So he's going to, if he does move Marcus Smart, it's going to be well worth it, but we'll have to wait and see. That's going to do it for this segment of the Garden Report. Guys, make sure if you haven't already, head over to SeatGeek, use the promo code Garden Report where you can save $20 off your first purchase by using the promo code Garden Report. So don't forget to do it. Kayla, I'm sure you've done it already. Sort of a rite of passage around these parts at CLNS Media. That's going to do it for us. She is Kayla Burton. I am Josue Pavone. Until next time.